got that. Oh! Okay, I need help. Got him. Yes! Good morning, everybody. It's another beautiful morning here out in Montana. We're on our northern native site today, and I'm going to be doing another round of bird surveys here. It's about, it's a little bit before 5 right now, and so you can hear maybe that there are some birds singing, but our target species is not singing yet. A couple of our other technicians were saying that they didn't see them or hear them singing or displaying for a while, until maybe even after sunrise. So I'm gonna give it a little bit longer and let them come out so we can actually detect them more easily, because I don't want to do a survey and then find out there are actually more and they're just laying low. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it has something to do with the weather. It's been pretty dry and pretty hot lately. We're gonna survey this one, this plot here, but you don't see boundaries. I don't really either. It's on my GPS. And then over here is another that way. And if you look up there, that little like elevated spot right there, there's a little bit of a bench, and that's where a bunch of fossils are. And I want to check that out for fossils, because out here, as far as I know, the regulations are you can keep fossils that are not vertebrates out here. So I might try to, if I decide to keep any, I'll have to check out those. I'm not going to take anything that would be questionable. That's only if I decide to, take any. I might just leave them. We've moved to the chest rig now. I don't know if I explained certain things in previous recordings. Number one is these are going to be uploaded like way after this whole thing is ended, because I don't have even, at the time of me recording this, I'm just gathering footage. I'm just throwing it all on an external hard drive. I don't even have editing software right now, and I haven't messed with anything like that yet. So this is going to be all pretty old stuff if you're looking at it right now. The next thing is, this is all, if you couldn't tell, not scripted. I don't write anything down on stuff I'm supposed to say. I just kind of like say what I think I should at the time. So there's gonna be a lot of rambling, a lot of stuff doesn't make much sense. 3 is when I talk like this, I like to pace a lot. So you get to look around and see the environment as I talk to you. Oh, there was one more thing. Oh yeah, if you see recordings of birds, like nesting birds, or nestlings or eggs, they are all filmed ethically and within regulations that I'm operating in. Our IACUC protocol says that we're not allowed to touch the nestlings or touch the eggs. So I don't do that. If you see a recording of the eggs up close or the chicks up close uploaded, that's because I have like that big selfie stick thing. So I stick that so I keep my hand as far away as possible so I don't put any scent on the nest. And I also will probably end up getting closer than that camera, because I have to take pictures with my phone so we can age things and record data. And it's become vital for us having a backlog and aging chicks. So people have come up to me and asked to see pictures from like days and days and days and weeks ago, so they can help organize the data a bit better. Because how you age the chicks is through appearance, and what other people place before us can sometimes help guide us, but sometimes they don't add up, and so people need to see what they looked like on certain days. And so I save all those pictures so people can see them and adjust the data accordingly. So all of it's ethical, all of it isn't, as far as we can tell, increasing predation rate and in any significant margin. So if you have any concerns about that, those should be quashed now, because we don't want these birds to die. So we're going to do everything we can to make sure that doesn't happen, while also gathering the data that we need. And I definitely would not be recording them with this camera if I wasn't supposed to take pictures of them at a close distance anyways. So I'm not putting them in any extra danger by recording them with a GoPro. I'm putting them in the same amount of danger as I would if I'm just recording data normally. I'm starting to hear the birds coming out. I see one displaying over that way on the other plot I'm supposed to survey. So now that they're going, I think I'm gonna get started here. I probably won't record too much of the survey unless something crazy happens, but we'll get into it. That survey was a little uneventful. I only found one thick-billed longspur. It was about 100 meters off the plot, or not off the plot, but off the transect. I saw a lot of chestnut-collared longspurs though. So I think that it looks like they've used this road as a bit of an arbitrary barrier. So all the chestnut-collared are on this side, and all the thick-billed are on that side. This side does look like it has a little bit more sage just from looking around, so maybe that's the case. We're gonna move on to the next point here and survey that one. And once we're done with that, we'll check on the nest, search for more nests, and maybe we'll go check out and see if we can find a couple of fossils on the way. Just finished the last survey, and it was a better plot than last, which is good because that means that this is going to be worth searching. There is a nest on here, but I'm going to save that to search and evaluate later. It's better to nest search earlier in the day before all the birds go quiet, and since I already know where that nest is, I don't need to worry about that. So I'm going to leave that for a little bit. If I uploaded that time lapse, you should have seen I bent down a little bit to pick some stuff up, which are these. You might not be able to tell what these are on the camera. Oh, there's one, this guy's singing above me. But this is petrified wood. And I have been walking by this stuff this whole time without realizing what it was, because I was looking at stuff and I just assumed that an old fire came through and burned a bunch of stuff. And this was just ash covered wood. But no, it's stone. You can hear it. It is stone. And you can see where the tree looks like it just exploded. It's up on all these little dirt piles up here. My friends were talking about, oh, I find it all over the place. I was like, really? Like, I don't see any of this petrified wood. And they're like, oh, it's that stuff that you see when it looks like a tree exploded. So turns out that is what that is. So I'm finding these a lot out here also, which are these weird, for lack of a better term, quartz nodules or something. They're like these little little crystals that are pretty heavy, and they're in these little like ball shapes. It's all from near the petrified wood and stuff, in places I would find the petrified wood, like this dirt area. What I was looking at, this is the area where this is all petrified wood. This is a petrified tree that exploded. It's all petrified wood right there. And I've been walking by these things, like I was saying earlier, just thinking that they're leftover wood chips from a tree that got burned from a fire out here. I actually don't know how old these things are. Yeah, I don't want to grab too much of it, just because there's not really a point. And also, not to disturb the natural environment. My patience has paid off. We have found a nest. It's right in this sage bush here. I'm gonna unscrew my GoPro so you guys can take a look. Right there. Finally. Oh, I've been struggling to find nests forever, and I knew there was gonna be one here, and I finally got it, and it's next to a sage bush, which they don't usually like to do. Very interesting. I'm gonna take pictures and stuff, mark it up, and then get out of here, out of the way, so it doesn't so I don't disturb her any longer. Okay, so I'll show you guys real quick. That's the nest right there. And I've marked a flag right here to the east, and over here to the north, and record the GPS coordinates and the demographics of the nest, and if the female flush and everything. So that's all recorded down. Really awesome. Super psyched.